As I said earlier, man, we are still in a celebratory mood. We are still celebrating women. Most definitely, we are celebrating our women because they are doing the most, and happens. It's the International Women's Month celebration. We are still on it. So I have an amazing lady here with us. She was once with us, and she left. Yes, she left, and left on to bigger things. So it's only right that we have her here to talk to her. She goes by the name Efua Segua. Yeah, Ankuma. Actually, is a seasoned marketing professional based in Ghana, okay? Known for her expertise in integrated marketing, communication, and business growth strategies. She has held a notable, position, from a time with Gunsa, that's the also president in 2014 UG, that is the General Assembly event organizer in 2016. Also to her role at the Global Media Alliance, her time with MultiChoice as marketing manager of content at Aquaba Magic. Now, Aquaba Magic, there was a show that was on Aquaba Magic that really, really made an impact with their storylines. I think it's the Oasis. The Oasis. Was it that? I think yes. I saw it in one of the scripts. So that was phenomenal, though. I was more into the storyline when he said the storyline because that's the most important. So, also, let me see if I can go through once again. Multimedia, as she played a role at MultiChoice as marketing manager of content at Aquaba Magic. She has also served as a mentor in marketing and brand strategy, at the Roleplay, and is currently a media strategist at MTN Ghana, if I'm right about that. So, folks, we have the beautiful, independent, strong Efua in the house. Efua, welcome to I Want to Say.
Thank you. So good to be back.
I can tell, right? Honestly, I wasn't around when you were here, but Charlie, your name circulates.
Okay.
And it's amazing for anyone who leaves a company and the name is still being mentioned, tells you that then that person really made an impact.
Yeah.
And you did make an impact.
Good to know.
It's a pleasure to see you. For the first time.
See you too.
And it's weird that we have to have this conversation on air. I wish we would have had this backstage so I can get to know you more. But, it is what it is. As they normally say, it is what it is.
It is what it is,
of course. Anyway, so welcome once again to I Want to Say.
Thank you. Such a full circle moment, right?
I tell you, it is.
Because it all started here for me. Walking in a 19-year-old.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, for an interview with S King.
It's a whole full circle. Full circle.
Me, yeah.
But you know what? It also shows the growth.
Yeah.
As well, it shows the growth and how it all started for you. So we're going to get into that so that we can inspire the young girls who are listening to us. So what I want to know is, could you share insight into your early life, right? Your early life and the education background. And also, if you can tell us the experience during your formative years as well. Just give us an insight into who you are.
Yeah. So I'm Efua Segua Ankuma. I'm a creative. I'm a marketing professional. I grew up in Kumasi.
Oh, in Kumasi?
Yes.
I'm also half Kumasi, from Kumasi too. Kumerican, yes. So.
Yeah, I grew up in Kumasi till I was 13. So I went to Masters of Uganda, went to KG, read business administration, and then I came to, I moved to Accra when I was about 12 years.
12, okay.
Yeah, 12 years. But I was in and out because I had to go back to school, high school, right? And then I came to University of Ghana to study marketing. Funny enough, I always wanted to be, what's it called, a medical doctor. And so my grandma used to call me Dr. S.
So what happened?
And then, when we were about to write our BEC, I had a classes teacher, right?
Right.
So he would come home and teach me, and he always wanted to be a banker. And then Enoch would tell me, his name, he would tell me, do you know what? Like, when you're a banker, you'll be getting so many bonuses.
He started to...
clothing allowance. Then I'm saying, Enoch, no. I think I also want to be a banker. So
you had to switch it up.
Yeah, he influenced me to study business administration. And I mean, I'm grateful to him because I've never looked back.
Right.
So I studied marketing in business administration and majored in marketing in University of Ghana. And whilst I was in school, I was working at Global Media Alliance. And then that was like my...
That's
introduction
around 18,
into
19
marketing.
years?
Yes, 19.
Right.
I remember saying my age, and Mr. Boateng was like, don't lie, you're not 19. But I was 19. I was in level 200 or 300 at the time, and then it has just been upwards since then.
I'm interested about what you do because it's marketing strategist, right?
Yeah.
And if you ask a simple person like me about what it is. For me, I think it's the formulation of a plan to achieve certain goals. Is that what it is, or there's more to it?
Yeah, it's just about connecting consumers, brands to their consumers,
right? Or
connecting brands to their target audience. It's as simple as that. So you put together what you think your consumers do during the day so that they'll be able to interact with the brand. So essentially to drive awareness for a certain brand so that they'll be able to meet their said KPIs.
Exactly.
All media platforms.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was your initial role, in the marketing industry when you got into it, and how did it influence your career? Yeah.
So when I was in level 200, after uni, level 200, you intern. Yeah. So I was in the group called Y Campus Express at the time.
I think I've heard of it.
Oh,
Y Campus
wow,
Express.
You've heard of it? That means you don't know of it.
Or is it the one that we do here?
Yes. So it was
okay.
Well, I have to educate you guys on
Please do. Yes, that is a Red Show. He has it on, I think, the weekend. So Y Campus Express.
Let me tell you.
So how did it happen?
Platform on campus. Right?
Okay, so Reg, are you doing the listening? Yes, I'm sure you are.
So we had a community of students who were part of a body called Y Campus Express, right? And its online platform was Y Campus Express on radio, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so like we have our meetings, all entertainment, just like an on-ground version of what's happening online.
Right.
And it's just a community of like students who support each other. We have fun, events, yada.
Yeah.
So I was part of that program. And then they put the internship opportunity for GMA or YFM on the platform. Like, why not? I just applied and I came for the interview with Phyllis. Phyllis is gone, but Rev Esking is still here. It's still a big part of my journey. So when we interviewed, I didn't know Jack. He would tell you, like, I didn't know Jack, but I mean, I just had a conversation with out there and it's like, you didn't know Jack, but it looks like you knew how to speak. So we just called you back. I remember they asking me a question.
Right.
Do you want to come and while away time? Or I'm like, yes. How can you say that? So after I came to intern at Global Media Alliance as an office administrator because I didn't get the internship at YFM. So Phyllis said, you have a pretty face, just come be an office administrator at GMA. And GMA gives you a platform to learn so many things regardless of the position that you're in. So I started to learn everything integrated when it comes to marketing, doing a bit of events, doing a bit of PR, doing clippings here and there. And then after school, I got promoted to business development and marketing executive at GMABC.
GMABC. Yes. Right. Okay. So I guess if you answer my next questions, but I still want to get into that. How you holding like positions in some of these roles you play at GMA and GMBC? What influence did it have on you in your career?
Yeah. So one thing about GMA is that anyone who passes through GMA is just upwards, right? Because the work ethic, you get to learn so much, right? By the time I was done with the internship, I knew I wanted to major in marketing.
Oh, you
because
knew.
Yes, I just enjoyed everything, the strategy, the creativity behind it. I just knew it was me. From being an events executive, planning everything, coordinating from high school to uni, I knew I had found my place. So from level 200, I just knew I wanted to be in marketing. So learning from the work ethic, everything that GMA has to teach, which is one of the best firms when it comes to marketing in Ghana.
Definitely.
So I learned so much from Emma, Martin,
Emma.
Edwin, so many people who, also passed.
You really had mentors.
Yeah, I did. My first mentor was Emma Wenani.
Wow.
Yeah, she really influenced my life. When she walks in the door, I always wanted to be like Emma. Yeah, so GMA played a huge chunk of like my career progress. Yeah, I just knew I wanted to be in marketing.
And I like what you said, because sometimes if you are in a workspace and some get bored with their works and all that, but those who are still interested in what they do, it comes from the passion.
Yeah.
The passion comes really strong than anything else.
True.
You know, and the money seems to be a secondary matter, for the time being. So the most important thing for anyone doing the listening is the passion. Despite, at a young age, her teacher told her that, don't be a doctor because, with the financial, you get bonuses and all that. But still, the passion was there. You can tell the passion was there. Now, what motivated your current, transition to MTN? Let's talk about MTN. What motivated it?
Oh, wow. So, I was at Multi-Choice for almost 3 years. Managing content for DSTV, GoTV, and Showmax.
Yeah.
And one day I was there and I got an inbox from an HR hiring manager from MTN. Says, "Oh, hey, there's this media strategist role. Are you interested?" I'm like, "Why not?" MTN is one of the biggest brands we have in Ghana. So I was happy to, apply and interview, and I just got the role, and I. Much as I love Multi-Choice, I had to say my goodbyes.
Say goodbye, yeah.
So just wanted to be part of a brand that we've always known and have my own MTN story. I could connect with the brand, so I knew that would be an easy brand for me to work in.
So when moving to MTN, how comfortable were you and how confident were you when you moved to MTN?
I think that when I got to MTN, I realized how big MTN is. MTN is 10 times as big as Multi-Choice. So the structures, everything is so different. So I'm still learning. I'm almost 7 months in the role. I'm still learning so many things. The transition wasn't as bad. It wasn't drastic. My manager was also very patient with me in terms of learning, and but marketing transfers. So it hasn't been such a drastic change. It's just learning the culture and how MTN does its businesses.
Right. All right. So now tell us I want to know what leadership skills, have you been instrumental in your career and the advancement, and how have you cultivated them?
So I remember having this conversation with someone 2 weeks ago, like as a leader, some of the skills that. So one thing that I struggled with in the beginning of my career is listening. Right. And as a leader, you need to be able to listen.
That's a key point.
Yes. If you don't listen, you will not know. For example, I remember when we entered Multi-Choice.
Right.
I mean, initial gaga, everybody wants to show their catchy powers because it was a new team altogether. Yeah. Right. So I remember, like, maybe someone is trying to pass their point across in meetings and maybe they're not able to pass their points across very well. I'm like, oh, that's what the person is saying, right? And it doesn't help build people's confidence, right? You need to allow people to express themselves, and you need to be able to listen. Even if they're not able to express themselves, encourage them to learn. So I had to cultivate the habit of listening, and that has really helped me as a leader. And the second point would be empathy. you need to be empathetic, because people learn things differently at different paces. I'll take 3 minutes to understand a deck. Someone will take 6 hours to understand a deck, right? So you need to be empathetic as a leader. You need to make sure that people take different times to do different things. So just take your time, listen and understand, and be there for people. And also, I have a natural ability to make people feel comfortable in my space. So I can talk to anyone.
Anyone can come to
Anyone can come to me, and we have a solid conversation. We'll be besties after, right?
Definitely.
So I think those were some of the qualities that have been really instrumental in terms of my growth.
And I think that's a really good traits to have as a leader, because it makes the people around you comfortable, you know, and then they can express themselves better. So that's a good thing. And I hope, ladies who are listening right now understands that if you want to be a leader, these are the traits that you need to have to make things happen. Folks, you're still logged down to Shout on Why. It's 9 minutes past the hour. In the final hour of the show, we have Efua here with us. So now, my next question I want to ask you is, which women in like leaders or trailblazers have inspired you?
I think the first woman that I ever looked up to is Emma Wenani. I always give her flowers. Maybe not physically, but Emma, I'm giving you flowers. Emma was my first unofficial mentor, and I always looked up to her. My first PowerPoint, she made me do my first PowerPoint. Put together her profile. She always encouraged me to be better, do better. And even if she wasn't doing anything, just her demeanor, her work ethic, just inspired me to be more, to be like her or more than her. The second person is Bozoma. I think everybody who is in marketing loves Bozoma St. John, who was a CMO for Netflix, Pepsi. As an African woman, a black woman who was able to rise. She worked for Apple Music. So those are some of the companies that she's worked in, and I've always looked out to Bozoma. She's a creative, she's liberal, and she does, great marketing. The last one would be my friends. I have a community of friends who are in marketing. Essay, Lordina.
And they all inspire you.
Yeah, they all inspire me. When I hit a roadblock, I just have to make one call, and then they come through for me. So I have Wilma again, I have a solid community of women around me who inspire me.
Wow, so that's what it is, man. Women inspiring women, and you need to have role models to be inspired, and that's a good thing. So what advice would you give to the next generation, right? The next generation of young ladies coming up who are, in a way, struggling to find themselves, or probably working at places where, men seem to dominate, their presence, right? And how can they stand firm and be like you and achieve what you've achieved?
I'll say don't be afraid to speak up.
First thing, don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid to speak up, because I wasn't as articulate as now, as I am now. But I had people who guided me to just, if you have opinions in meetings, just speak up. I always tell people, what's the worst that can happen? Nobody will slap you for a terrible idea. Just speak, even if it's a terrible idea. Speak up in meetings. Others are contributing. Contribute if you have any idea. I'll say never stop learning. You have to keep learning, especially in marketing. There are new trends every single day. You need to be abreast with what is happening in the world, else we'll leave you behind, right? So never stop learning. AI, all these tools that help us grow. And
keep learning.
Never stop.
Don't avoid it.
Don't avoid it. Never stop. And also trust in God. I mean, if you trust in God, or
everything is possible.
Yeah, everything is possible. So just believe in your faith. Yes, I would say.
So if you have all that, always remember to give praise to the big man upstairs. Most definitely. Now, reflecting on your diverse, experiences, right? How have they prepared you for your current challenges, right? And what future, like projects are you excited to pursue in the marketing industry?
For example, when I was moving from, I'm always giving examples. I think marketing is
good.
Examples,
yes, it's
right?
good because you need to give that,
Yeah, how has my previous experiences prepared me? I think I've always been a creative. I liked putting things together.
Yeah.
I think I've always been a creative. I didn't even know. I think my friend drew my attention to this has been your trajectory since. I'm like, really? For example, sometimes you're in certain positions and you think it's working against you, but it's working for you. So take advantage of every position that you're in.
Yeah.
For example, when I was moving from office administrator to business development, there was a BD role open at GMA.
Right.
But unfortunately, I didn't get that role.
Okay.
I was pushed to, I got the GMA BC role. Right. And I mean, I wasn't particularly excited about it. But when I was moving to multi-choice and then a role before at the second agency I moved from Global Media Alliance to, both my interviewers said, we are hiring you because of the content that you've sold before or the content that you've marketed before. Right? Yeah. Right. And then I thought at the time was like,
as that was time, it
didn't make sense at the time, right? Yeah. But it made sense. So I just took advantage of every position that maybe I did my best, took advantage of every position that I was put in, right? And it served me in the future. Every role that I have been has prepared me for a bigger role, right? So, sometimes when I'm pushing for things and it's not happening, I'm just like, the timing is not right. In the future, I just joined MTN, so just look out for all the great campaigns that we'll be working on. There are some mentorship programs that I'm also on for role play. I'm currently going for leading a masterclass at ALX as well for young small businesses. So I'm just going to continue doing mentorship because I have to give back.
I forgot to ask about role play. Yes, forgot to ask about role play. So tell us a little bit about it.
Role play is just a mentorship program for young undergrads, right? People who haven't been employed for 2 years after school.
Right.
So we are building their capacities to be able to match their colleagues in the field. So let's say you're in the mentorship program. By the time you're done with all what you learn, you should be able to be in the role. If you get a role, you should be able to match the capacity
to
of
be comfortable with it.
Been in the role for 2 years, right? So we have mentees for marketing, finance, and I'm just a mentee for marketing.
Okay, strategy. Beautiful. But I love what you said about, because there are a lot of people that I know are put in position when it comes to other companies that they are not really into it. They are not, they feel like, nah, this is not my role. But it's all a learning process. You might learn something from that, as you said, and later it came out that
handy.
Yes, so that's the thing, folks, and that's some pretty good advice that the young ones can take. Now, let's get into a lighter question, right? Lighter question. I can see that you are let me put this word, you are lively, if I should put it.
Is it?
Yes, it is. I can tell from your body language. And I want to go into entertainment a bit. So when you are not doing what you do, right, talking about work, how do you entertain yourself?
So I like to go out with my friends to eat.
Oh, to eat?
Yes, a lot.
So at restaurants or?
Yes.
Okay.
No free promo, so I'm not going to mention it.
Yes, please don't. Please don't. Yep.
So I like to go out to eat with my friends. I also have a book club with my friends.
Okay,
my
a book
friends.
club.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So we meet every other week to just discuss our books, and it's so fun for me. I also like to bake with my nieces. I have 2 nieces, 2 nephews. So every time...
Oh, you bake?
Yes.
Okay.
That's our hobby.
From YouTube, or you generally...
My auntie
I just need to ask.
My auntie bakes, so she taught us how to bake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we bake like cakes, spring rolls, meat pie,
That'll
donuts.
Be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So I also like to do that. And I like to just chill and watch movies because of my content background. I like to watch movies.
So some quick question.
Yeah.
movie or music? Which one you
Movies.
go for? Movies.
Yes.
Okay, movies go for. So now movies, what's your favorite? Is it docuseries, documentary, movies?
Oh, I like documentaries, some crazy documentaries like Apple Cider Vinegar.
Oh, okay.
I love comedy. I love K-drama.
Okay.
I love action movies.
You like horror movies?
Yeah, I'm not alone. I don't know.
Not alone. No. Okay, right. I get it.
Maybe in the morning, not in the
not
evenings.
in the evenings. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So you're the type who, things get into your head. So you don't. Right, I get it. I get it.
I also now discovered Nigerian movies on YouTube. I like them because, like, you just go and you find so many of them.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Some of them are just cliche, but I mean, I love
it's just
them.
fun to watch.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now that's good though. So we are celebrating you. It's International Women's Month, and we're talking to women, strong, independent women like yourself. Yeah. And I must say, I'm amazed by what you've done for yourself, and I'm sure your family and friends would definitely be proud of you. Most definitely.
Thank you.
And now, my question for the International Women's Month that we are celebrating you. What does that mean to you? Knowing that, I always keep saying this. I think women should be celebrated the whole year, right? Because they do a lot. But for this month that you've been put on like a pedestal that people can look up to and give you your flowers. How do you see the celebration of women?
Yeah, I think that it's a significance of growth as a nation or as the world, how far we've come. Right. From women not being able to do so many things to now women holding positions in power. So it's a significance of growth.
Of growth, yes.
For women,
totally agree with you.
Much as we celebrate women every year, but this month, or months where we celebrate International Women's Day, is just... it's intimate for us. It's just us, and receiving the flowers that we deserve.
Most definitely, I agree totally, yeah.
So for me, it's a big celebration.
Right, definitely. Anyway, folks, it was good having Efua Ankuma, who is a marketing strategist. She's done so much for the field and her own career. So it's good having you here.
Thank you.
Anyway, your last word. Anything that you want to say? Anything you want to touch on that we haven't touched on?
I think we've touched on everything. I'll just say to everyone that's listening, younger people who are listening, to believe in their crafts, keep learning, and know that your dreams are not so far from you. It might take 2 or 3 years, you still get there. So just keep learning, keep putting in the work, and it would work for you.
Keep learning, keep putting in the work. Most importantly, be patient. And most importantly, give praise to the man upstairs for everything. Anyway, thank you for coming through and sharing your story for us. It was a pleasure to meet you. And I hope I'll see you somewhere around. Definitely.
Yes.
See you somewhere. Because I like to chill. So maybe one of my chilling places, I'll see you.
Call me. Just call me.
Definitely. I'll definitely. All right, folks. So that's about it right here. Hope you were inspired. Celebrating Women, International Women's Month. That's what we do right here on Y107.9 FM. If you check the time, it's 22 minutes past the hour. We're going for a commercial break. And then when we come back, it's more music on the Thursday edition throwback. So, folks,